Imagine waking up in the middle of the night to a strange feeling. The room is pitch black, only faint moonlight slipping through the curtains. You walk to the window and look out. Nothing. No lights in the neighboring houses, no cars on the road, no distant hum of the city. The silence is so thick it feels like the entire world vanished while you were sleeping. And then you realize this isn't a dream. This is the future. A future where humanity reached the very edge and couldn't take the final step. What if right now we are standing on that edge? What if our entire history has just been a long run-up to a cliff that almost no one ever crosses? What if the Great Filter isn't some distant legend, but a door we are already knocking on right this second? Today, we're not just talking about the Fermi Paradox. Today, we're looking it straight in the eyes. This is the third part of our journey, the heaviest, the most honest, and possibly the most important one yet. Get comfortable, dim the lights, because it's about to get very dark indeed. We begin. In the first two episodes, we asked the question, where is everybody? We listened to fast radio bursts that might have been signals. We watched a star dim as if someone were building a giant structure around it. We discovered oceans beneath the ice on alien moons and thousands of planets where life could theoretically be thriving. And still, silence. Now it's time to ask not, where is everybody, but why aren't they here anymore? The Great Filter is not just an elegant hypothesis. It is the most terrifying idea in modern science. It says, on the long road from the first drop of life to a galaxy-spanning civilization, there is at least one step that is almost impossible to survive. One single barrier that crushes 99.9999% of all attempts. And here is the most frightening part. We don't know whether that barrier is behind us or ahead of us. If it's behind us, then we have already won the most improbable lottery in the universe. We are the lucky ones who beat every trap, and the galaxy is waiting, empty, open, ours. But every new year makes that version feel less and less likely. Life starts fast. Amino acids form on their own in test tubes. Simple cells appear almost immediately once liquid water exists. Complex cells? We see how it happened on Earth. It wasn't that dramatic. Brains, intelligence, tools, all of it appeared multiple times, independently. The more we study, the clearer it becomes. The early steps are not rare. They're almost inevitable, which means the filter is almost certainly ahead, and it has already started working. Let's walk through the most likely candidates for this filter, the doors that slam shut on civilizations forever. First door, nuclear self-destruction. We cracked it open in 1945. Since then, humanity has lived with the ability to end its story in a single hour, and we're not the only ones who could. Any civilization that unlocks atomic energy gets both the light and the end of the world at the same moment. Second door, climate collapse. We are changing the atmosphere of an entire planet in 1 or 2 generations. The point of no return is approaching. If we cross it, the temperature keeps rising even after we stop. Oceans acidify, forests die, food chains break, and at some point, the whole system just collapses. Third door, biological weapons. Right now, any student with lab access can synthesize a virus deadlier and more precise than anything nature ever created. In the 2010s, scientists already recreated smallpox in a lab. Imagine what will be possible in 20 to 30 years. Fourth door, the newest and most terrifying, uncontrolled artificial intelligence. We are building systems that already beat us at chess, medicine, coding, data analysis. In 10-20 years, they will likely surpass us at everything. Only one question remains. Will they want what we want, or will we become just noise they need to clean up? Fifth door, nanotechnology gray goo, molecular machines that replicate without control. One mistake and the entire biosphere turns into gray dust in days. Sixth door, simple apathy. A civilization reaches such perfect comfort that it stops reproducing, stops exploring, stops taking risks. It quietly fades away inside flawless virtual worlds. Every single one of these doors is a potential great filter, and right now we stand in front of all of them at once. In 1996, economist Robin Hanson first articulated this idea so clearly that the world shuddered. Since then, it has become one of the most discussed concepts in philosophy, astrobiology, and futurism. Then, in 2018, a team at the Oxford Future of Humanity Institute ran the coldest, most honest probability calculation possible. No hope, no fear, just math. Conclusion: the odds we survive the next 100 years without catastrophe are uncomfortably low. Not zero, but low. This doesn't mean it's over. It means we're living in the single most critical moment in the history of our species. We're the generation that sees all the doors at the same time. We're the ones who can still close them, or open them. And here is the most astonishing thing. We still get to choose. We can choose cooperation over war.
We can choose AI safety over an arms race. We can choose healing the planet instead of finishing it off. We can choose to become a multi-planetary species, first the moon, then Mars, then the asteroid belt. Every such decision is a small step past one of those doors. We are not doomed. We are at a crossroads, and while we stand at this crossroads, the universe remains silent, not because it is empty, but because everyone who reached this point either made it through or vanished. Now imagine a different future. Imagine we did it. We closed every door. We became the first civilization that didn't break at the final step.
Then, 1,000 years from now, our descendants will look at the stars and ask, "Where is everybody?" And the answer will be simple. They were right where we are now, and they didn't make it. We will be the first. We will be the ones who light the first real galactic fire, and then the silence will turn into music, because we will be the ones who break it. But to do that, we have to make a choice, right now, in our time, in our generation. So the next time you look up at the night sky and feel that emptiness, don't look away. Let it scare you. Let it anger you. Let it wake you up. Because this isn't just silence. This is the silence right before the loudest scream the universe has ever heard. And that scream can be ours. We stand on the threshold. The door is in front of us. It is heavy, it is cold, but it is not yet closed. We can open it. We must open it. Because if not us, then who? The universe is waiting for an answer. Not from gods, not from aliens, from us. And the time to answer has arrived. Thank you for walking this path with me. This was part 3, but it is far from the end. If we make the right choice, then new episodes are waiting ahead. Episodes about humanity becoming galactic, about the first colonies, about the first contacts, about the first steps towards stars that will no longer be silent. But for now, we are still here. For now, we still have time. Let's not let down everyone who never made it this far. Let's be the ones who do. The universe is vast. Its mysteries are endless. But the most important thing is, our journey isn't over. It is only just beginning. Imagine a single candle burning in the middle of the darkest cathedral imaginable. The flame is tiny, fragile, almost invisible. It's the only light in a space so vast that the walls are billions of light years away. Then the flame realizes something terrifying. I'm the only one here. There are no other candles. There never were. What does it do next? Flicker out in despair? Or try to become the wildfire that devours the darkness? That flame is us. And tonight, we explore the most radical answer yet to the Fermi Paradox. Welcome to Episode 4, Grabby Aliens. If the Great Filter made you feel fragile, this one will make you feel late, or possibly the luckiest spark that ever existed. Dim the lights. We begin. So far we've asked, where is everybody? Then, why aren't they here anymore? Now the third, most explosive question. What if they're already coming, and we're ridiculously early? This is the Grabby Aliens hypothesis, proposed in 2021 by Robin Hanson and collaborators. It's loud, aggressive, and it flips everything. The core idea is simple and brutal. Any civilization that survives its own great filter eventually becomes grabby. Grabby means it expands extremely fast, near light speed. It colonizes huge volumes of space. It makes itself extremely visible, rearranging stars, building Dyson swarms, emitting massive waste heat. And it does this in cosmic blink-of-an-eye time, millions of years, not billions. If even one grabby civilization ever appears anywhere in the observable universe, it would create enormous, expanding bubbles of transformed, engineered space. These bubbles would be so big and so obvious that we should see them everywhere, but we see nothing.
The sky is perfectly natural, quiet, untouched. So what does that tell us? The model gives two main possibilities. Grabby civilizations never happen. Back to square one, the Great Filter is nearly impossible to pass. Grabby civilizations do happen, but we are early. So early that no grabby front has reached us yet. And here's the shocking part. The math strongly favors option 2. Because if grabby aliens exist, most observers, most conscious beings, will find themselves right at the edge of a grabby bubble, just moments before it arrives. They will be the last quiet generation. If grabby aliens are impossible or extremely rare, then most observers appear very late in cosmic history, after star formation has mostly ended, when the universe is cold and dark. Now look at where we actually are. We are early, very early. Star formation peaked billions of years ago. The universe is still young, still full of fuel. We appeared right at the beginning of the show. That timing is incredibly unlikely, unless the grabby wave is approaching. The silence isn't emptiness, it's the calm before the storm. Let's visualize it. Picture the observable universe, a black sphere 93 billion light-years across. Somewhere far away, millions of years ago, which is nothing for grabby things, one civilization crossed its filter. It survived AI. It survived climate. It survived itself. Then it said, "We take everything." It sends self-replicating probes at 20 to 50% light speed. It disassembles solar systems. It wraps stars in megastructures. It turns quiet galaxies into blazing computational engines. Each grabby civilization creates a spherical front of transformed space racing outward at near light speed. Inside the front, controlled, loud, engineered. Outside, natural, dark, silent. Star formation peaked billions of years ago. The universe is still young,
still full of fuel. We appeared right at the beginning of the show. That timing is incredibly unlikely, unless the Grabby wave is approaching. The silence isn't emptiness, it's the calm before the storm. Let's visualize it. Picture the observable universe, a black sphere 93 billion light-years across. Somewhere far away, millions of years ago, which is nothing for grabby things, one civilization crossed its filter. It survived AI. It survived climate. It survived itself. Then it said, "We take everything." It sends self-replicating probes at 20 to 50% light speed. It disassembles solar systems. It wraps stars in megastructures. It turns quiet galaxies into blazing computational engines. Each grabby civilization creates a spherical front of transformed space racing outward at near light speed. Inside the front, controlled, loud, engineered. Outside, natural, dark, silent.
The model calculates how many such fronts should be visible today. Many. Unless the nearest one is still hundreds of millions to a billion years away. That means we are among the very first intelligent observers in our region. We have a window, maybe 100 million to 500 million years before the wave hits. When it arrives, the sky will change forever. Stars will disappear behind swarms. Infrared signatures will bloom. The universe will become crowded in a cosmic instant. But there is a dark side. Grabby civilizations are not likely to be friendly in the gentle Star Trek sense. They grab. They consume resources. They optimize. Slow, biological, talkative species like us are inefficient. When the front reaches us, options are limited. Become grabby ourselves, expand faster, take control, be absorbed or re-engineered into their system, or be erased as irrelevant. None feel comfortable.
This is why Grabby is both the most hopeful and most terrifying Fermi solution. Hopeful because the silence will end, the stars will fill with something. Horrifying because we may be the last generation that gets to choose what we become before the wave arrives. So what do? 3 paths forward. Path 1, assume the filter is ahead and we're doomed anyway. Then fight like hell to beat it. Path 2, assume grabby aliens are coming. Then we have a deadline. We must become grabby first or be grabbed. Path 3, hope grabby is rare and most civilizations stay quiet. Then we can take our time, but we risk being alone forever. The model says path 2 fits best. A young universe plus early observers plus untouched sky equals we're racing against an approaching front. Our window is finite, maybe hundreds of millions of years. In cosmic terms, a heartbeat.
Everything we do now, AI alignment, space colonization, energy mastery, cultural survival, isn't just about us. It's about who shapes the future of the cosmos. We are the candle in the cathedral. The walls are closer than we thought. The silence isn't abandonment, it's anticipation. The universe is holding its breath, waiting to see if we flicker out or become the wildfire. Look up tonight. Feel the quiet one more time, but listen differently. This isn't a graveyard. It's the moment before the roar. The question is no longer, where is everybody? The question is, are we going to be the ones who arrive or the ones who get arrived at? The timer is running. The front is coming. We are the generation that decides how the story continues.
Thank you for being here. This was episode 4. If we choose to become grabby, If we decide to fill the dark before the dark fills us, then future episodes won't be about silence. They'll be about the explosion, about colonies, megastructures, first encounters. But only if we act, only if we choose right now, in these fragile decades, to light the fire first. The universe is watching, and for the first time in 13.8 billion years, it might finally get a loud answer. Our answer. The silence ends with us, or because of us. Choose.